Hola and bienvenidos everybody, my name is NittPicc. If you don't know who I am, I'm a flutist and a music educator who enjoys all types of music. Today, we are doing a late Father's Day tribute. This was suggested to me for Father's Day, June 15th of 2024. Obviously, 2025, oh my god. So today's reaction was supposed to be done on June 15th, which is Father's Day of 2025. It's now 2026, but it's never too late to honor your dad in any kind of way. So here we go. The artist we're listening to today is called Dan Fogelberg, and the song we're listening to is called Leader of the Band. So from what I understand, the song was composed by Fogelberg for his aging father, Lawrence, who actually died the following year after the song was released. And his father, Lawrence, was a musician himself and also a high school and college band director for 30 years. That's a long time. Apparently, even Dan's mom, Margaret, was a music instructor as well. So I'm excited to check this out because apparently there's an arrangement by Fogelberg's dad at the end of Washington Post March. So I'm excited to get into this, but before I do, if you like the channel, please like and subscribe. If you want to check out more, there's some links down in the description below for my Discord, as well as my Patreon, where you can check out extra content, free content, and anime reactions if you're into it. But without further ado, let's jump right in. Oh, I already love the guitar.
Only child alone and wild, a cabinet maker's son. His hands were meant for different work, and his heart was known to none. He left his home and went his lone and solitary way, and he gave to me a gift I know I never can repay.
It's a beautiful voice.
Man of music denied a simpler fate. He tried to be a soldier once, but his music wouldn't wait. He earned his love through discipline, a thundering velvet hand. His gentle means of sculpting souls took me years to understand. The leader of the band is tired and his eyes are growing old, but his blood runs through my instrument and his song is in my soul. My life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band.
Whoa. Look, if you notice I'm looking down, I'm reading the lyrics to the song because there's no closed captions, and I wanted to be able to understand every single word, because sometimes when I listen to music, I can only hear the instruments and I lose track of the words. Wow. The fact that he's sitting here telling the story of his father. From what I understand, his parents are immigrants. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I did do some research from there's a nice website from the actual school where he taught. I think it's Pekin, P-E-K-I-N. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. The library, they have information on Lawrence, and I believe he's an immigrant from his parents, and you can see that the first stanza here, an only child alone and wild, a cabinet maker's son. His hands were meant for different work. Isn't that, how many of us have had parents who have told you I want better for you, and hopefully you had the opportunity to do something more? Because I know the reason why I'm getting choked up already. My dad wanted me to do what I wanted to do is because I know my parents wanted me to go to college and get an education because they didn't. And at this point, I really don't even care if they wanted to live vicariously through me. Let them. I want them to. Their daughter has 3 degrees, and I know they're proud of me because I know my dad would kill me. And I know if he sees this, he'll be like, don't tell people that. But I'll never forget when he left me at college. That was the first time I'd actually ever really saw him cry. And my dad is a government man. He worked for the government, always wore sunglasses wherever he went. And I remember him leaving me at my dorm for the first time. He's like, all right, will you be careful? And he got choked up. But anyway, just that last stanza, that part where it said, it took me years to understand the leader of the band is tired and his eyes are growing old, but his blood runs through my instrument and his song is in my soul. My life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band. Wow. Just being that humble is beautiful.
Sculpting souls took me years to understand.
And the harmony here.
The band is tired and his eyes are growing old, but his blood runs through my instrument and his song is in my soul. My life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band.
Jesus.
My brothers' lives were different, for they heard another call. One went to Chicago and the other to St. Paul. And I'm in Colorado when I'm not in some hotel, living out this life I've chose and come to know so well.
Oh no. We have brass in here. Very beautiful color. Sorry, I'm getting choked up. The fact that he's even mentioning his other brothers who had different callings in life, and he's the musician, he's the other musician, right? My dad again would kill me, and my mom would laugh. So apparently my dad, I'm not saying my dad was a bully when he was in high school. I'm not saying that. But my dad used to tell me stories of he used to throw or slingshot jock straps into the marching band tubas or sousaphones when they would go by. I'm not so sure how true that story is. Or as my mom likes to say to him, era mentiroso. So she's basically saying, you're lying, you know? But it's funny to me that, you know, if he really did do that and his daughter ended up growing up being this extremely obsessive band kid and now has 3 degrees in music, and absolutely loves it. So I want to go back. Sorry, that part is really beautiful.
St. Paul, and I'm in Colorado when I'm not in some hotel, living out this life I've chose and come to know so well.
And then the brass.
Thank you for the music and your stories of the road. I thank you for the freedom when it came my time to go. I thank you for the kindness and the time Papa, I don't think I said I love you near enough. The leader of the band is tired and his eyes are growing old, but his blood runs through my instrument and his song is in my soul. My life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band. I am a living legacy to the leader of the band.
Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Wait a second. I'm just gonna cry it out for a little bit off camera.
A few moments later.
Okay, I think I've recovered as much as I could without sitting here for another 20 minutes, because that's what will happen. And I know I'm gonna cry again, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Guys, the line of I have my phone because I have the lyrics pulled up, but the stanza. When it came my time to go, I thank you for the kindness and the times when you got tough. And Papa, I don't think I said I love you near enough. Look, I am very fortunate to still have my dad in my life. And I'm sure if my dad was here, he would tell me, why are you crying? And I don't mean it in a bad way. My dad taught me to be a tough and strong woman. And yes, he could definitely be an asshole at times, and he'll agree. But I'm glad he was, because otherwise I wouldn't be the young woman I am today. So, thanks, Dad. I love you. And I know we don't say that enough in general, because we are a very tough breed. I know that because yeah. So I was warned I was going to need tissues. I should have known. I was like, I'll be fine. I'm not fine. This is such a beautiful tribute to your own father, who I'm not even in the same field as my own dad, but I can only even imagine, your dad being this band director and musician for years, and then your son picks it up in a little bit more of a I guess, mainstream kind of way. The thing that's just so beautiful about it is his guitar playing. And let's talk about the music. His guitar playing is gorgeous. The sheer instrumental style of how his organized picking and plucking, and how his vocals, the harmonies within his own vocals as well, just the simplicity of how his lyrics, like the words, the story being told, and then including brass, including winds, to just kind of wrap a bow around that, the concept of the idea of his dad being a band director. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful tribute. Music like this, I hope you guys, I did read some of the comments down below and saw that there were comments like, music like this needs to stay alive and exist. And may I give you some suggestions. This is a rarity that I never do this. If you never listened to bands like the Avett Brothers, that's the one I can think of right now that kind of reminds me of this a little bit. That can really give you a real, like, I don't know, I get choked up a lot of that Avett Brothers songs, but they have, you know, other songs too. But The Ballad of Love and Hate, that's the name of the song, I think, by the Avett Brothers. Anyway, I'll shut up. This is a very late Father's Day tribute, I guess, but it's never too late to tell your family you love them. Yeah. I was warned that I was going to need tissues. I made sure there were tissues on my desk, and I was like, yeah, it's gonna be fine. No, I won't need them. I told myself the biggest lie. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I feel like I've heard the name Dan Fogelberg before, but I'm not sure if this is the song that I've heard or if I've actually heard anything by him before, but his music sounds beautiful and this sounds beautiful, so like his other music has to be amazing, right? So I'm curious as to what other songs he has too. So let me know what that is down below. Also, I just want to say, even though this is super late, coming out of 2025 and now we're in 2026, tell your family you love them. And I know that not everyone has that luxury, especially if your parents have passed. If they haven't passed, you know, and if there's some kind of animosity or whatever, try your best. And whatever you did, at least you can feel that peace for you, I guess. I don't know. Why do I feel like I need to be a martyr right now? I don't know. But just even your friends, even the people that you considered family or consider family, tell them you love them. It's worth it. We didn't say I love you a lot in my family because we showed I love you with food and gifts, and that's kind of our love language, giving and receiving and stuff like that. And that's kind of how I am now. So like sometimes saying I love you is very awkward. So talk about fathers raising very strong daughters. So anyway, my only question to you is, what is your favorite song that brings out the tears, the waterworks for you? What brings out a feeling, an emotion that you didn't know that a song could bring out in you? There are a lot of songs that I hear and then I'm like, I immediately get choked up when I try and sing it in the car. So let me know what that is down below. And as usual, before I go, if you like the channel, like and subscribe. If you want to check out more, the links are down below. Discord, Patreon, where you can check out extra content, free content, and anime reactions. But I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.